Hello everybody and welcome back, and right now let us continue on fixing and adding a different functions to our backdoor. So first thing you might have noticed in the previous videos, or in the first video where we tried to actually run our backdoor, you might have noticed that we can't really change our directory, so we can't go one directory back or forward or basically change to any other directory instead of the directory that we ran the program in. So we want to be able to change that, and how we do that? Well, basically, first of all, let us nano the reverse_shell.py. So let's see what we have to do in order to get this to work. So first of all, we want to go to our shell function right here. So let us tap this a little bit down, and we can see right now we have these two options right here: Q for breaking and try and except rule, with basically executing the system commands on target system. We want to add another option right here, and we also covered in the Python basics that we can run an if-else command with multiple statements with using elif. So we will, after the Q, specify the elif command, and right now we want to specify basically what to do if we try to change the directory. So in our reverse shell, let's think first what the target or what the reverse shell will receive once we try to change the directory. We know that in Windows, if I go my command prompt, it is same as in the Linux. We can change the directory with the cd. So cd desktop will change the directory to desktop. We can see that we have three spaces right here. First two take these two characters, which is cd, and then the third space right here is the empty space. So we know that first we specify the cd command, which is two letters, and then we add space and then specify the path to the directory that we want to change. So we need to keep that in mind once we write this. So the target machine or the reverse shell will receive a command that will always start with cd, empty space, and then the path. So what we want to do is basically just select here else if command equals, so double quote, equals to the cd, close the quotes, and right here we cannot specify if the command equals to that. We need to specify if two letters of the command equal to cd, first two letters or first two characters. Now we know that we actually covered in Python basics the string manipulation, so we know that we can select the first two letters with typing two dots and then 2. This will only select the first two characters from 0, or basically character labeled as number 0 and character labeled as number 1. So all the characters up to the second one. And we know that it starts from 0, so 0 and 1 are actually first two characters. So here we specified if the command, if the first two characters of the command equal cd. We also want to specify and the length of the command is bigger than 1. Now this means that if the length of the command is larger than two letters, so for example if I just type here cd, you can see that the cd command in Windows actually prints my current working directory. It is same as pwd in Linux. In Windows it is just cd. So we want to differentiate these two commands, so cd, which prints the working directory, and cd to another directory, which is for example desktop. So that's why I specify right here if the command if the first two letters of the command equal cd and the length of the command is bigger than 1, this means that we want to change our directory to some other path, since we specified an empty space after the cd. And we want to add the two dots right here, and all we want to do is write a try and except rule right here. So we actually, if for example we run this on target and we wrongly specify the path that we want to change our directory to, this program will break if we do not have a try and except rule. So we want to try to change our directory, and we will try it with the os.chdir, and then the will be actually the command, just the command after the first three letters. and what the path to the directory will be is the command just after the first 3 characters. So command, then we specify these brackets right here, and then 3 and then 2 dots after the 3. We close these brackets and we close the second bracket. This means that the path that this function right here will try to change its path to the remaining of the command right after the first 3 characters, and we know that the first 3 characters are cd and then empty space, so after that will be the path. So we know that we will change the path to that part of the command, and we want to accept in case that directory doesn't exist. We want to send something back, so we will use reliable send, or actually let's just continue right here. We do not want to use a reliable send since there is no point, so continue, which will actually just continue with our while true loop. So we specified right here to change our directory if the first 2 letters are cd and the length of the command is bigger than 1. And we also specified if that directory can be changed to, we want to specify the code to continue executing. So this should be about it for this reverse_shell.py side part of code for the cd. Now we will also want to specify what the server should do once the reverse shell basically execute the changing of directory command. So if you notice right here, right after we execute this command, we do not send anything to the server. So what the reliable shell will do, or pardon me, what the reverse shell will do after we execute the changing of directory, it will go back to the beginning of our true loop and it will try to receive the commands. And this will create a problem if we do not code the server part of the cd command as well, since the server will wait for the reply. And this both server and both backdoor will both be waiting for the replies at the same time, and that will terminate our connection and it will bug out. So we want to change the part of the server code as well. So save the reverse shell, ctrl x to exit, and we want to nano our server.py. We want to go to the same part right here, which is the while true, and we want to add right here else if, and we basically what we want to add is same as in the previous code. So else if command first 2 letters equals cd, and the length of the command is bigger than 1, basically, same as in the reverse shell command, but right here we do not want to perform anything, we just want to continue. Now why do we want to continue? Well, we are the server, we are not really performing anything on our target, we just wanted to send the command for the changing of a directory to the target, and we want to go back to beginning of our while true loop where we can send the next command. So this is the entire part of the server code for the cd. So just save this and let us compile our reverse shell. We use the same command as before. I will just go backwards until I find it. So here it is. We use the same command, so just run it. This is something that we did already 3 times, so you should be already familiar with it. And all we want to do is just run and try to change our directory with our code in order to see if it works properly. So cd dist, we have our reverse shell right here. We want to open our USB drive. First of all, we want to change the directory to the USB drive. I'm not really sure why it doesn't want to change the directory there. Okay. And we want to delete the previous reverse shell. Let us go back to our dist folder and copy the reverse.shell to our USB drive. So just copy it there, and then you can do as usual by deleting all of these previous files that we created during the compilation. Right now, if we unplug our USB drive and we run the server and we copy this to the desktop, we double click and try to run it right now, we should be able to actually change our directory. So let's see if we receive the connection back on our target or from our server. We still didn't receive anything. That is because we need to wait 20 seconds before it tries first time to connect. So we should be getting the connection back any second. Here it is. And right now, first of all, we want to check out two commands. One of them is just cd, which actually allows us, if I just type here who am I, you can see it doesn't bug out. We get the cd and the shell back. And the next thing we want to check out is the changing of our directory. So we know that we are in the desktop directory since we are actually running the file from there. And if I type here dir, you can see we are in this directory. So what happens if we go one directory back? We want to type here dir once again, and you can see we managed to go one directory back and actually go to the user's directory. So let's go back to the desktop. There, so we are on desktop. Make directory called test. As we can see, we successfully made it. It's right here. And if we just change the directory to test and type here dir, you can see we are currently in the test directory and there is nothing there since we didn't create any file there. So that would be about it for this tutorial. We managed to make our reverse shell or backdoor basically to be able to actually change the directory and not create an error while doing that. So right now we have almost a fully functioning reverse shell. What we want to do is basically also add the download and upload function, so we can actually download and upload files from the target system and also upload them to the target system. And that we will do in the next videos. So I hope I see you there and take care. Bye.